Alright, distributor testing, timing, gear timing, this installation, no start, burst of gas at the beginning, then it stops. Suspecting the distributor. Just checking, and I do have, in fact, the correct timing. I'll show you how you see that. This line right here is lined up with this mark right here, which is lined up down here on the crank. There's several ways that you can tell on the crank. I'm going to turn that. Alright, so you see here the 0 right here is lined up with that notch right there. Also over here, now I do the cutoff timing cover to be able to see where are we. Okay, you see this arrow right here? Now, I don't know if you can see it, but right there is a little dot on that crank gear, and so that's in line, and we've got our alignment here. With that, and as a further confirmation that our distributor is firing at number 1 cylinder. Okay, so we're suspecting an issue with this right here. I'm assuming that this would be the pickup coil. There should be an air gap set in here. But okay, so this is the one I'm going to be putting on. And okay, if you do hear me ever in this video talk about firing order, plug orders, or anything like that, don't listen to it. It is wrong. But I think because it's newer, because that is the problem, although I did need to switch out the distributor. I think that this one actually has the one accounting for the crank sensor, so that is what we're going to look at when we take this one off. Again, about this is the 1995. About 1995, that's when they went to the crank sensor in the pan and the oil pump. So again, when I did this motor, I had to change out my oil pump and the pan to account for that. I think that's what our issue's going to be. So I always change out the bolts that have the torque to the 12 millimeter. So we'll take that off. I've seen these distributors in that pickup coil. I've seen that whole coil become like a bird's nest of wire. That hasn't happened in this situation, but again, more than the pickup coil, I'm really suspecting that this is the distributor for the old style from about maybe 1993 to 1994, maybe even 1991 and 92. Again, when I put that other distributor in, I'm going to make sure that it's top dead center. So you notice that right here, top dead center. And that will help you to put it in. Yes, this one does not have the pickups for the, whereas this one has like a 2, this one only has 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3 as the pickups. Whereas this one has at top dead center. Okay, it has a 1, and then it has a double. It has a double pickup. And I'm assuming that is for right there. It has a double. Let's see that. There's that double pickup. And that double pickup is for 3. So I get it at top dead center. So I'll try to. Now I'm just going to go about where my marks are right now. That's going to get me close enough. Okay. Distributor. This thing follows. My headlight on. Final timing, and I got started. Now, I actually like this distributor. It looks pretty good. Has less wear cap, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this one on. Alright, this is where it gets pretty ugly. If at any time during this video that you hear me say anything about the plug wire orders, it is wrong. Don't listen to it. So again, I am trying to diagnose the backfire condition. Now, I do think I really did something right here in switching out the old style distributor to the new style distributor, because the newer models do have the crank sensor, whereas the old style does not. And so again, you have to change out the oil pan and the oil pump to accommodate the unless you wanted to, I guess, change out a computer or something like that. But again, I do think I did something that I needed to in changing out the distributor, but it didn't fix, as you will see, the problem with the backfiring condition, because I've got a plug wire messed up because I was turning the motor around the wrong direction and it confused me. And so in a later video, I do finally figure it out before I was about to take the head off. So before I did that, I was, I just took a break from it and thought on it a little while, and the Lord brought me back to my senses, and I got it hooked up the way that it needed to. Most of these Geos, I've never had a problem with it, messing up a valve or anything like that, even when the timing chain breaks.